Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
Cops kill 4 alleged gunmen in Central Village. Police on Wednesday morning killed 4 alleged gunmen in Central Village, St. Catherine. Details are unavailable at this time, but it is understood that 3 illegal firearms were seized by the police following the incident. When contacted by reporters, Senior Superintendent Christopher Phillips, the commanding officer for the St. Catherine South Police Division, confirmed the incident. SSP Phillips said police encountered several gunmen during an operation in the community. He said following an exchange of gunfire, the 4 were killed and the guns subsequently found. The incident reportedly occurred in the wee hours of the morning. Why them kill them? Central Village man laments fatal police shooting. A Central Village man is expressing concern over the prevalence of police killings during confrontations in inner-city communities, arguing that more effort should be made by lawmen to preserving the lives of even the most notorious suspects and have the court decide their fate. No garrison youth no go there, so no justice right now, not even the INDECOM, Independent Commission of Investigations, he said. He was speaking with reporters following the fatal shooting of 4 alleged gunmen by the police in Central Village on Wednesday morning. The man, who denied to state his name, said he was unaware whether the deceased suspects were in fact innocent, but believes the police could generally exercise more restraint during confrontations. Work by protocol. Try the youth them, he said. Oh God, man, everybody deserve a trial, man. Up to the middle of February, there were 19 fatal shootings by the police since the start of the year, 4 of whom involved voluntary persons, according to INDECOM. One advocacy group, Stand Up Jamaica, expressed deep concern at the statistics, which is described as alarming, and said it reflects the failure of the security forces, who lack the proper training in how to approach various circumstances. Stop harboring criminals. Cop warns residents after 4 gunmen killed in Central Village. Assistant Commissioner Gary Griffiths, commanding officer for the Police Area 5 Division, is imploring residents of Central Village to desist from harboring criminals, calling the area a hotbed for crime. He issued the warning while speaking to journalists following the police killing of 4 alleged gunmen in the Zambia section of the community early Wednesday. The entire space here is a hotbed where men frequently engage each other and engage security forces, Griffiths said. Unfortunately, during this morning's engagement, 4 were shot fatally. I am imploring persons from the community to desist from harboring criminals. Our focus are guns, gangs, and gunmen. Wherever you are, we will be coming at you, he added. Police reported that they encountered several gunmen during an operation in Zambia in the wee hours on Wednesday morning, and following an exchange of gunfire, 4 of the men were killed and 3 illegal firearms were found. Hero Sisters. A day before the world started celebrating the achievements of women, 2 Jamaican sisters threw caution to the wind when they jumped into the Raya and saved a motorist from drowning. Zena and Cassandra Sloot, while happy that they had rescued the man, appeared unexcited by their heroics, telling reporters that pulling motorists from the river is something we do all the time. Zena said she didn't see when the car ran off the road, but heard when the vehicle hit the water about 8:30 a.m. I turned around, and when I looked, I saw the car sinking, she said, adding that she ran to the riverbank, take her clothes off, and jumped in. When I got there to try to get him out of the vehicle, he was actually trapped. The windows were up, and the doors couldn't open. I was there hitting the glass, then my sister came with a hatchet, and we used it to break the rear windshield, because by the time most of the car was under the water, and we knew we couldn't break the windows, she explained. My sister got some cuts on her fingers from the broken glass. Then we saw him push out his hand and we pulled him up, she said. I'm so happy because at one point I felt so disappointed because time was going and we thought he had drowned by now. But when we broke out the glass and we see him come out, to be honest, we didn't expect him to still be alive, she said. Me just glad that he came out alive. Simpson Milo excused from testifying in traffic bureau matter. Former People's National Party PNP President and Prime Minister Portia Simpson Milo was granted an application to be excluded from giving evidence in the Trafigura hearing. The decision was handed down by High Court Judge Stephanie Jackson Hasty. Queen's Counsel K.D. Knight, the attorney representing Simpson Milo, filed an application to have his client excused from the case due to medical reasons. In 2011, the Supreme Court ruled that Simpson Milo, as well as Philip Paulwell, Robert Bobby Pickersgill, Colin Campbell, and Norton Hines testified in open court about the donation. The matter was subsequently escalated to the Privy Council by party officials after the Court of Appeal in 2017 dismissed an appeal against the 2011 ruling. Campbell testified earlier Wednesday that the fundraising organization, Campbell Our Candidate CCOC, had absolutely no contact with Dutch oil lifting company Trafigura. Campbell told the court that a bank account was set up under the name CCOC Association by a group of friends in 1991 to support his candidacy and victory in the 1993 general elections. On Tuesday, opposition Member of Parliament Philip Paulwell denied involvement in the payback of $30 million to Trafigura after the donation to the PNP was made public by then opposition leader Bruce Golding in 2006. During his second day of testimony in the Trafigura matter in the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston, Paulwell also denied writing a letter indicating that the money had been repaid. "I was not involved in any payback," he told the court, and said he was not sure why Robert Pickersgill, another PNP member, purportedly returned the funds. In October 2006, opposition leader Bruce Golding dropped a bombshell in Parliament when he revealed that Trafigura, the firm which traded oil for Jamaica on the international market, had donated $31 million to the CCOC Association account operated by Campbell. At the time, Campbell was the Minister of Information and Development and also General Secretary of the PNP. The money was transferred to the account just prior to the PNP's annual conference that year. Conflictingly, Trafigura said the money was part of a commercial agreement, while the PNP maintained that it was a donation to the party. It is illegal under Dutch law for companies to make donations to political parties. No back to school for some child windshield wipers. With the resumption of face-to-face classes this week, most students were out in numbers at school across the island and expressed joy at being back among their peers. But the reality is different for a group of boys. They are windshield wipers under the 3 Miles Bridge along Spanish Town Road in Kingston. Each day, up to a dozen of them can be observed in the area hustling wipes off windshields to make an extra buck. When reporters visited the area on Wednesday, it was a normal day for work for 16-year-old Ronaldo Sterling, a grade 9 student at Charlie Smith High School. Speaking with reporters, Sterling, who said he has been wiping windshields for 4 years now, explained that his usual route before COVID-19 would include working around school hours. "Before this, when me used to go to school, I would come out here in the morning and work my lunch money before school, and in the night too, to go the next day. Me come out here all 6 o'clock and at 8:30, me just reach a school," he said. "My mother used to take care of me before me come out here, or when me fi go school, but then me go live with my father at Majestic Gardens, and him dead and me decide say, me I go help myself," Sterling continued, adding that he still gets help from his grandmother and aunt. But the teenager, who is otherwise called Kemar, said he has not been able to go to school since the start of 2022. Instead, he works from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. to earn his usual daily pay of $2,500. He then uses his earnings to buy food and help his mother. When reporters spoke with Sterling, he said his school had not started back, but later clarified that he was not sure if his classes had resumed. "Me want go back to school, yes. Me want to CXC and me want be a mechanic," he added. When contacted by reporters, a Charlie Smith representative confirmed that Sterling is in fact a student at the institution but had not registered for the new term. She also said classes resumed this week. For 14-year-old Kevin Hibbert, also from Majestic Gardens, the resumption of face-to-face classes has brought more pressure as he once again has to juggle classes with work. "Me come out here every day. When me go school, me come out here after school so me can work the money for the next day. So like today, me a also get a bag for go to school tomorrow. Hibbert shared, while noting that he makes $3,000 to $5,000 daily. Hibbert said he attends Haile Selassie High and goes to school on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. On those days after classes, he changes out of his uniform and goes to work. It don't always interfere with my schoolwork, but me I drop back in school right now because of Corona. Me never used to go online school because we never have any phone, only face-to-face me do. The 9th grade student shared. Me I try to take care of myself, me live with my mother but she don't work, he said, adding that his older brother also wipes windshields. Hibbert, who said he has been wiping windshields for 2 years now, said he started the trade out of a desire to make cash to buy a pair of shoes. When me did a live at Pienland, me did want one shoes. So me start up at the bridge at the exit of Portmore Toll and then come down here, he said. Reporters were unable to reach Haile Selassie High School to confirm Hibbert's enrollment at the institution. Another boy seen wiping windshields at the time declined to speak with the reporters. Police step up market patrols downtown Kingston to prevent more fires. Following 2 market fires in downtown Kingston recently, police have beefed up security of the shopping district to prevent any more incidents. Head of the Kingston Western Police Division, Senior Superintendent Michael Phillips, said the police are now making their presence felt around the various markets. We have beefed up our presence in and around those areas, he told reporters. The KSAMC, Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation are looking at some internal security measures, but in terms of policing, we will continue to do that. On Tuesday, February 22nd, a massive fire broke out at the railway market, destroying vendors' stalls and other items. Less than a week later, another fire broke out at the nearby Oxford Mall Market. The fires reportedly caused hundreds of thousands of dollars in damage. Following the fires, Kingston Western detectives listed a man, known only as Pepper, from Matthews Lane in the division, as a person of interest in both incidents. Pepper has not turned himself into the police. Several operations were conducted to apprehend him, but he has not been found. Jamaica reports 18 new COVID cases, 4 deaths. Jamaica reported 18 new COVID cases and 4 fatalities on Tuesday, according to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This pushed the total number of cases of the virus since the start of the pandemic to 128,246 and the death toll to 2,835. Of the newly reported cases, there were 12 females and 6 males with ages ranging from 1 year to 82 years. The cases were recorded in St. James 8, Kingston and St. Andrew 4, St. Catherine 4, Clarendon 1 and Manchester 1. Meanwhile, the latest deaths include 2 men ages 78 and 83 from St. Catherine and a 64-year-old male from Westmoreland, whose death was recorded in March 2022. A 96-year-old woman from St. Catherine, whose death was recorded in February 2022, was also among the latest deaths. The country also recorded 50 new recoveries, bringing the total number to 78,996. The positivity rate for the latest round of testing was 3.9%. There are 81 people hospitalized, 2 of them critically ill. There are 346 confirmed active cases on the island.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.